Hello and welcome back to a brand new Age of Wonders 4 campaign. We are playing a campaign unlike any others that we've done today. Today we're going to be playing our first Empire of the Cosmos campaign, which I've finally gotten access to, but more importantly, we're going to be playing a buildless campaign. We are going to be playing an adaptive campaign where we create a character who changes based on the world that we play on. It's kind of going to have a live theory crafting element as part of it, because depending on what the world is, depending on the world, what the world has, and who we're fighting, who we're allied with, everything is going to change completely. So
choose your destination.
Let's choose our destination by creating a brand new realm. We are going to be playing on a pretty random realm for once. I normally just kind of play Pangea or continents, but because I want to be able to adapt to anything, I'm going to take anything. We're also going to go with any environment and any inhabitants. The only thing we're going to do is no presence traits, and then I think everything else we're going to throw on the old super random. We'll do all 8 of them. We're going to play on a very large map with 9 players. Actually, let's play on a large map with 8 players. Just because. We're also going to play on classic turns because simultaneous turns has not been working so well for us recently. It's been a little bit laggy, a little bit glitchy. We're going to be playing on brutal. We're going to call this the big old random world. There we go. That's a nice picture. We will turn off a couple of these guys, but not very many. We're actually probably going to turn on more than we're used to. I'm going to keep world seals off because I just don't want to play with that as a thing. And then other than that, I'm going to keep untouched off because I just love handcrafted regions. I'm going to turn back on no free cities. I'm going to turn on mega cities. I'm going to, God forbid me, I'm going to turn on regenerating infestations, as well as high maintenance, as well as immortals. No, not immortals. Immortals is too, because I just find I just auto resolve everything if I play with immortals, and that's no fun. You guys don't like that, so we'll do that. We'll play with all the challenging brutal settings, challenging plus brutal settings, high world normals. Everybody is turned on. I have been thinking about more like using the library rulers. Now that we've got 3 seasons of content, there's so many rulers I've never gotten to see. I'm going to turn off generated rulers. I like the rulers that they have in the game. we're gonna try to see if we can get some more of them in there and not just have the exact same characters that we fight every single time. So we'll play with classic turns. We'll play with score victory disabled, but everything else turned on. And that's going to be our world, the big old random world.
Your journey.
We're going to create a new faction. We're going to be playing today as humans. We're going to be adaptable humans who are resilient and tenacious. The idea being is that we are a type of human who can sort of survive anything. We're the type of human that can transform themselves into being whatever the realm needs, whatever sort of things that we run into and we hit. We're going to play as feudal with an aristocracy, because while Jack himself will be leading these people, he's no king. He's Jack. He's the same Jack that, climbed the beanstalk. He's the same Jack who was every inch a sailor. He is Jack Everyman.
Defines their society.
And we are going to play with the Empire of the Cosmos. So having one of each affinity grants us 20 mana, which is not that much, but it also makes tier 3 tomes have no affinity requirements. Having 2 of each gets us knowledge, and tier 4 has no affinity requirements. And having 3 of each gives us 20 Imperium, and tier 5 has nothing. We also just get Natural Wisp at the beginning. It's just something a little bit different. And I figure because Jack is such a personality, we're going to play with the Cult of Personality. Because I want to play with stuff that's just sort of adaptable to everybody. Due to the other traits that we have previously taken, there's not many options we have to keep us on a full rainbow build. Tome of the Warband is what we're going to start with. I also kind of like this just because it feels very neutral. It's just you have an army They are, you know, you have a lieutenant. It feels like any build you could go with fits
What
this.
is your ruler's
And we're going to play
origin?
as a champion because Jack is a
Reveal
champion of the
yourself.
people. Now, I have a design for him, but it's got some interesting bits and pieces because his design is kind of going to change as time goes on. We're going to play with the Triumph logo, which I've never done before. The devs. We're going to play as a basic warrior with a basic sword and shield. It's a weird one, but... And we are the most neutral looking build we can be. We are going to be a plain looking white dude with simple brown eyes, some long hair, no beard. I'm going to give him some slightly dark hair with a little bit of highlight. He's got the right armor on. Get this cape off him. Get this crown off him. Actually, I'm going to give him this little headband just to give him, you know, something to keep his hair back. And his armor color, I want to go with just like a bronze. And that's going to be his vibe. We're going to go with some gray horses. He is the most generic looking hero that we could think of. But he has no cape. He's got no fancy armor. He's got no fancy beard. He is going to change as our game progresses. Every time we unlock a book, I want to change something about the way he looks. Whether or not that's we give him a better helmet, you know, he gets a helmet, or maybe he becomes a wizard and he gets a hat. Maybe he becomes a rogue and he gets his cowl. Maybe he gets a cool cape that makes him look more kingly. You know, if we go with some order stuff, maybe he becomes a spider. I don't know. That's the fun part about this campaign. Depending on what we encounter in the worlds, the wonders that we find, the enemies we face, the build is going to change based on that. And I like that. I think it's an interesting vibe. We're going to make all of his people look just like him. So super generic. I think that's the same armor. Give them some nice simple brown hair, some simple brown eyes. You know, they're feudal, they're basic, there's no skin decorations. I'm even giving them this kind of like gray and white, black and white aesthetic. They're just as plain Jane as they could possibly be. And I like the idea of using the Triumph logo because it's like, well, they could fit into any part of
Your
this.
journey begins.
They are going to become Everyman Jack Wonders of the Wanderers. And his throne city name will be called Home. Now, the one thing about Jack is that he does seek glory in the world. He will be looking for glory. He only wants to slay the most experienced foes. If there's one thing he's doing, he's setting off to seek his fortune. He's telling his mother, bake him a cake and roast him a hen, for he's off to seek his fortune. I don't know if he is going to have a personality, because I think it's going to change. The default personality makes sure that this system will choose a personality for the ruler automatically when it is AI controlled. I'm okay with that. I like the idea of him being weird and different. And there's no tone path. Unlike every other build, he is exactly this. He has no drip. This posture is too upper class. I do actually want to change him ever so slightly. His posture will change as time goes on, but I just want him in a generic arms akimbo, hands on hips. He is dripless, but he will gain drip as time goes on. That's the plan. He starts not as a god, not as a king, a wizard king. He is but a champion of the people, off to seek his fortune. Humanoid beings who are organized and entrepreneurial, albeit impatient at times. Their natural resilience makes them less likely to be affected by magic. The more that they are pushed to the edge, the harder they will fight. With the talent to learn new skills, they can adapt to almost any situation. They hold honor and valor in high regard and fight to uphold the laws wherever they go. Their empire is said to resonate with the cosmos and the very sources of magic. That's very funny. Less likely to be affected by magic. They elevate their heroes above the masses, empowered through dark elation. Need a loincloth or a peasant look for him? No, we're going to go with just some basic armor because he is still a champion, right? Like, he's got his sword and shield. He's not starting out as absolutely nobody. He has risen himself at least up to the rank of aristocrat, I suppose, in this feudal monarchy, feudal aristocracy. He looks like Paul Atreides a little bit, yeah. I thought about giving him a beard, but I think he is just going to be exactly as he is. And I'm excited. I'm very excited. This is kind of like the all random campaign we've done in the past, but where the all random, we kind of got a random build and then made a build right away based off of that. This is truly what the map gives us, will be what affects us. So if we end up in a frozen world, we might take Frostling transformation, for example. It looks like we've got a very normal looking world. Normal man in the normal world. Jack wonders, a new ruler emerges. Explore your surroundings, expand your domain, prepare to face your rivals and become master of this realm. Your choices will shape the new Age of Wonders 4. We have the Tome of the Warband. We are resilient, tenacious, adaptable humans, a feudal aristocracy with the cult of personality, and the empire of the cosmos. We are ready to become any possibility out there. We get Call Militia, summon 2 militia to the target owned city, and we get Commander's Call, which allows us to heal and get morale. It's just like the most generic starting place we could possibly have. We start with 2 defenders who can evolve into liege guards because we're aristocracies. We start with an Astral Wisp. This is the special thing from Empire of the Cosmos. So I like the idea that it's like Jack has gotten this mystical thing from the cosmos. This wisp has come and told him, go off, leave your town, leave home, go off and seek adventure. So he's got an archer and a couple of defenders. He's got himself on his horseback. His eyes, I think, are permanently closed. Oh no, they just look closed at a distance. And he's ready to go. He also starts with a little helmet as well. The feudal longsword, the feudal shield, the most basic gear imaginable. Where are we on the map? We are pretty center, but off to the left a little bit, down and left. It looks like we are a corner to corner map, so probably like a divide. What do we have in the notifications? Heavy fog, vision range reduced by 1. We've got Shrouded Isles. I love Shrouded Isles. I was hoping we would get that. An unstable astral flow. All world map and combat spells have a 20% chance of backfiring. That's actually kind of fun. I like that. I like not having the Cataclysm, but having a 20% backfire. Curious. We do get to start with an extra hero as well because we're Cult of Personality, which, TBH, I totally forgot about. So, I'm going to say probably we're going to want to head left, and that scout is going to want to head south. Just taking a look around for, there's a wizard's tower down there. There's a big tree over here. Big tree up there, big dead tree. Big dead tree up there. Some sort of fancy landmark. Crafted region. Ooh. Some sort of like charnel bone pit over here. Oh man, I don't know if there's a lot near us. So you guys are gonna go get that chest, pick up a wand of poison darts. Curious. You can grab that cartographer and then make your way this way to Tournament Hill. We should look underground as well. That's a pretty big open undergrounds. There's another option for us. Let's Red for War mentorship. All heroes under your control. While army leader, the non-hero unit with the least experience gains experience per roll map turn. I do love this one. Mentorship is always good. I feel like Jack is a mentor. House Hunting Grounds. That's the fancy farm. One of the cool things about being an Empire of the Cosmos is that we are really just not going to be able to level up a lot of Imperium skills early, which does mean we can expand our home very frequently. And I tell you what, man, we could also pick up 2 militia really early on. Can I also get another scout? No. That's okay. I think I'm going to grab that militia first. What's the build? It is adaptable. There is no build for this one. We are going to change our build based on what we discover. We have started off as an all rainbow build, and everything else is going to play out from that. We're doing something weird, something different. There's like no roads this way. Or is that a road? Oh, it is a road, actually. Just really hard to see. You guys are 410 between you. I mean, I could try to rush those haste berries before they get bigger, but a phoenix is pretty hard to take out early on. I don't think I want to go through that underground. What I'd like to do is look for a few towers, and boy, am I not seeing them anywhere. I mean, you're 250. Why don't we go for that just for a bit of experience and get ourselves a vibe? Do the archers evolve too? No, the archers only evolve if you're monarchy. If I am correct. Yeah. So if you're a monarch, the archers evolve into... I can't remember what they're called. Eagle eyes or something like that. Longbowmen? Longbowmen. If you're aristocrat, the defenders evolve into liege guard. Now, of course, all these guys are skirmishers. Which ain't great. Because they're all just going to do that. So in our very first fight, we're fighting a bunch of trees. Mark this. Everything must be mentally marked. Because we have to evolve based on what we fight. Whoa. Cosmic bolts. These guys got... they used to just do electricity damage. Now they do a little of everything. So I reckon we'll move all you guys up. You do have that poison dart ability now too. You're gonna go that way. So... might as well put everybody here to work. Start grabbing some kills. We could cast Commander's Calls. You know what? It's maybe not a bad idea. Target units suffer a random effect. Berserk, stunned, and weakened. Wow. Those are not great random effects to get. Let me tell you. Not ideal. At least they're going for the militia. Oh. Well, that's handy. The Berserk actually ran out immediately. So we'll move you there. You can go there. I guess you can go here. That militia is basically guaranteed to die, so... at least he can get a kill. I feel like I could heal him, but it might not make the difference. But you know what? Let's do it. Nah, no dice. You know what, Agent? You should really use... your ranged units before you get in here. Eat everybody up a little bit. All right. And we pick up a Radiant Lance. Ooh. That could be kind of fun for us. We don't really have a charger right now. We have 2 defenders. Let's do that. We'll also grab this guy. Add him to the pocket. And then I tell you what, we need a forester first. That's only a forester available. So we'll start growing out that way. Part of me is like, should I just be summoning more and more militia to fill our ranks? And I kind of feel like maybe I should, right? +1 hero. Yeah, the problem with the heroes right now is just we don't have the money for them. They're $150, so we'll get one ASAP. So the new hero should be Average Joe. I do like that. I do like that as a name. Gateways to Shrouded Secrets. So we gotta find some obelisks if we want that magic. Which you know we do. Are there really no watchtowers around? Wow. Oh, you're a divide. It's a sand divide? Is it? Actually, it's not. Dude, what is this map? It's very confusing. Sand oceans. That's what we're on. That makes sense. All right, I think you're gonna work up to this tree, to this scouting location, and then probably an outpost like up here. We have our very first level up. I kind of feel like we should just take experienced leader, just to start us off. We can start expanding our territory. I do love going for an early pastures, though I am also inclined to grab this gold vein right away so that we can get another hero up and running. And you know what? There's more pastures up there too. Let's go with that early gold vein right now. This seems like a really good spot to start our city. I like its vibe. Mediocrity? These are good names. These are good names, Christy. Very good. Will Jack have all of his skills and abilities evenly spread out? No, depending on like what we get and how we build will depend on how he grows. So I guess let's bind this portal. And then we'll grab that tower. I feel like they made heavy fog even stronger because I couldn't see that at all in the fog. Mila the Believer, Grain the Steady, or Philippa the Mage. A fortifying governor with Shepherd, a nautical governor with Prospector. Not you, because there's no way we're going to need a nautical governor on a map that doesn't have oceans. Governor City has a gold income, clear a resource node, agricultural governor. You're a warlock. Fortifying governor. City structures grant stability and draft. And a shepherd. Honestly, I think we're going to go with Mila the Believer. And she will change her name. Let's get rid of that skin decoration because that doesn't look right. So she will be Lady. I'm going to pick these in order that I like them. Lady Mediocrity. Now, she is a warlock, so I am willing to give her at least a bit of a different hat. Though, honestly, this hat kind of works for her. If she's like a witch? Let's give you some witchy vibes. We do have new Empire of the Cosmos outfits. That's kind of witchy. But also so is that. That's more ritualist, I feel. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll give her this one. Would that look really good with a hood, though? That looks pretty warlocky. The wizard's hats are so much. I'm going to give her that. She's going to be a wizard, Harry. She'll get a cape when she earns it. As will be the case of everybody. The hero in the liege's house, granting them the house units, upkeep, HP, blah, blah, blah. So, now there's two options of how I could use her. I could join her up with her main army, or, and I think what I'm going to do to start off is send her to scout out down this way and also go for another outpost. Even production stashes I can't really see on the map. All right. I can boost this, but then I can't really build anything else. But that might be a good idea. I think it would be, because it would get us growth and then just extra cash. Norm, all dude, Mid Lehman. These are good. These are good. These are the names I want. Put the stone in that home. My God. Thank you. Thank you. God Bronze. MVP of the day. Now, with Empire of the Cosmos, getting extra research early is actually going to be super, super valuable. So I am going to go for an early library. And we're going to boost again here. I think we'll pick up a pasture on this side, because right now I'm looking at like Forester, 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 Forester. Our special building is a farmstead, which could potentially go out here. But we'll grab that pasture for the extra growth right now. You get some nice production stash. Okay. Which almost builds that library completely. Our first brigand camp. Aha! In the city of Heldon. Duchess Ladwina Miller of the Free City of Heldon greets you with a small measure of awe. Most valiant Jack Wonders, she extends a cautious hand in welcome. Apprehension and excitement stare our words in equal measure. Seldom have we encountered one such as you risen through the ranks of mortality to champion our people. How, one cannot help but wonder. Wonder, for, will you endeavor to rule these lands for good or for ill? Initiates of Chaos. Interesting. Fire Giants, Scalds, Fiery Imbuement for Fury of the Horde, Houndmaster, and Magma Spirits. So we're going to pull that stone that we just put in here, and we're going to give it to them. Now. This does make you a little bit trickier to get around. Oh, wow. Watchtowers are extremely valuable for us. So there's a lot of sand on this map. Shard Spire Ridge. Lithoran units. Okay, dudes. So I'm seeing sand. I'm seeing geomancy. I'm seeing forests. I'm thinking like nature materia. You know, we have these big trees as well. They scale really well with foresters. If you were to go 1, 2, 3, you'd go like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can't really get to Shard Spire in the capital. Well, at least not unless we go Chaos. Oh, I can put conduits on any of those? Ooh, baby, I love that way. Every day. I think you're going to build an outpost right here. I think that's it. That is, as we say, the money. And there's a food stash there I want to go for. Boom. Okay. You have another scout. I might as well send you up north. See where this road leads us. Not home. Heim City. Not Heim? Stormborn? I don't think that would make a lot of sense. That's a different vibe altogether. You know, I do want to go a little bit Empire of the Cosmos here as well. Lost Souls. Can I reach you? Oh my god, I can. A procession of spirits takes shape before mediocrity, yet the one who leads it does not seem like a soul at all. He carries a heavy banner, cadaverous and grim. His hollow voice calls out, "Bear my burden, if only for a moment." Sure. The condemned bearer hands the heavy banner to mediocrity. As the grip loosens, he collapses lifeless to the ground. An entire march turns their gaze upon mediocrity, and she feels it. Her very essence is drawn into the banner, seeping away like water into barren soil, vanishing into an unfathomable void. The dead require the living to lead their unholy procession. Mediocrity has taken up the mantle of the previous penitent, and the curse is now hers. Okay, so a little like undead story going with her. She's become the standard bearer of this dreadful procession of souls, and they claim her essence. What will she do? She gains the arcane conduit trait. Banish the unholy procession. That will kill her. Lose her HP. Or lose a bunch of mana. She can take it. She's stronger than the curse. Sick. So she's also a warlock. So I'm definitely thinking she goes undead. Which honestly, I feel like she just took this banner. Does that count as a cape? Does this get her a bone cape, or does this get her a bone helmet? Crown of bones. You know, I feel like that's the story point right there. Let's give her the bone cape, because I do think she looks pretty good in that hood. She's getting a little necromancer vibe going. We are how far in and going necro? Do I know agent or what? So I might love going necro a little bit. It's just a story. We're going where the story takes us. Now, I think I probably, because I really like this wonder, and I like the idea of going these trees, so I'm kind of thinking we take these armies and we go out. You're going to come with them. There is a tower up here. A leather wing layer, shrieking bats. Some more underground. We'll make our way up to that tower. And you're just kind of trying to get a sense of what's down here. A walled waterworks. I love these. When you repair them, they're the ones that add like 30 HP to your regeneration. Mentorship. Call to Glory, Training Regiment. Enchanted Crow Companion on a map with heavy fog. Did we just get mentorship? You don't have to cast that? That's sick. And he's got experienced leader. So that's like 55 XP for the lowest rank character. That's a ton. That's gonna level up dudes really fast for us. All right, let's check out home. It's got room to grow. It's definitely got room to boost this. We're doing okay on money right now. I'm going to go with the workshop so we can build a little bit faster. I don't want to be cut off by Helden, so we're gonna... I think I'm going to pick up the Forester up here with the pastures. You've got Silver Tongue Fruit, which is nice, but those Haste Berries will also be really good. Oh, he's actually already claimed these Haste Berries. Interesting. We are so far off unlocking anything here. That's got to build a bunch before it does anything. Let's boost again. We're gonna need a quarry at some point. We might as well build it now on top of that iron node. As home grows. It means naked female in Polish. Interesting. Known as the Hindu snake hybrid form or the Warcraft 3 mob. Yeah. Oh, the old Warcraft 3 mobs. There is another unfortunate great bird nest. Oh, those are tough. But another breach gate, which I guess we need a hero to claim, right? We can keep moving down with them in the meantime. And this is this uninhabitable sand? Not allowed to tell. Well, you're going to hit that tower. So why don't we have you just start moving down here? Another scout probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Though this outpost is already taking a fair bit of gold from us. Baron Pangea. Oh, it's our old friend, Belsarius Warsmith, who loves showing up in every campaign. He's an artisan merchant, so he's pretty helpful. Can be. Inherent dislike. He likes empires that trade grievances and that don't break treaties. He likes trading. He likes hard bargains, expansion, and exploitation. We met him up by our outpost. That's not great. I'm going to send him a welcome gift because I don't really want to fight him if I don't have to. And we are on Baron Pangea, which is fun. Uninhabitable desert on all sides. Mountains, stalagmites are rare. Each empire shares a single landmass. Yeah, okay, he just sent like a golem across. He's got a claim on that. He starts underground, so he's here probably. That's pretty much definite. I think that's a wonder. I don't think we can see... Yeah, I can see a windmill there, so that's definitely where he is. I don't know where his cave is, but it does mean he's basically the other side of Shardspire Ridge. This is uninhabitable, but that's not. Interesting. But that probably is. Weird, man. This is a weird old map. I guess you might as well go for this tower over here. And you're going to go for that tower there. That gets us a ton of map. Go for that food stash. You can head down this way. A Mistwalker camp. Mistwalker camp. Great bird nest. And what was the other one? Brigands? What do you want to be, a berserker or a knight? I mean, currently you have this big spear. But I don't think you know what you want to be yet. Death casting. Units grant their owner 10 combat casting points on death. Kind of thinking about taking foraging training and endurance training, because right now we've mostly been wandering around the map foraging. So it feels appropriate. You are going to go down the undead tree. But it does mean you also want to take a pact. We'll give you transfer life for now, though. And in the old capital, we'll boost that. Produce merchandise for the cash boost. We might as well also hit you. There's not really anything through there. I guess the mine would be good money for us. You could be farms all along here. We could definitely do a farmstead. 5 food for adjacent farm. I think we're gonna need cash right now, though. I'm gonna grab the mine to start. Is this the long-awaited rainbow campaign? For Rambo, it is. Eastern Europeans and alcohol, a match made in liver disease. Eastern Europeans and alcohol, just like Western Europeans and alcohol, or Northern Europeans and alcohol. Starting to think there might be a common thread here. There is a lost soul here, but without a hero, I can't use it. But we can grab that in the meantime. Old Scouty Scout. A vacant steeple. Oh, cool. So it's not just, dude, is that a gold one? There's 2 gold wonders here right next to each other. You only need 3 gold wonders to win the game. Is there a gold wonder underground here as well? For real? I might come down here and build a city. If that's the case, that would be insanely valuable. $20 food for the surf quarters. I'm going to greed, and I'm going to do that. Excuse me? Excuse me? You're building an outpost there? I guess peace was never an option. That's an insanely rude and aggressive play. I'm going to move this portal while I can. You're going to build palisade walls. And then I'm going to take this forester just to try and cut him off a little bit, and also just to protect that tower. Can't believe that, man. Let's get bread for war. Let's cast Enchanted Crow Companion. Grab another tower here. There's another breached gate. Poke our head down here. Lava. I want to see what this is. Ooh. There's also some food there. Eduardo! Eduardo Colors. He is not impressed. He is a vampire. And not a particularly friendly one. I don't know how he saw me. But I do know there's another breach gate here I'm going to be binding. God, I don't know quite where to bring you right now. I guess I could just park like right here. You know what? It's as good as any. Wait one turn and we can fight these guys for an obelisk as well. We'll start taking him up that path. You're... Well, I guess you can move in a little bit. You need to move to that. Who could I think I'm gonna need... I need 200 Imperium to build this, so let's start saving up. I'm actually gonna be a little bit short. Had that in your last game too, yeah. Europeans have better beer and better coffee. Yeah, I think that's pretty true. Eternal Guide Nikareth of the Veil Striders. Cool. She doesn't really like me, but 20% chance of backfiring. Birds. So our people have birds. Get them some food. A Mournful Magisterium. The elemental defenses. City with 3 provinces gain enemy spells. Have a 33% chance of backfiring within the domain. That's a 53% chance with the base chance. The city's owner gains 15 world map casting points and combat casting points and unlocks the Cosmic Inspiration city spell. Requires target-owned city with 3 or more provinces in its domain adjacent to a broken wizard's throne. Each city can be targeted once by this spell. Immediately unlocks a random spell that you don't have access to yet. Dude, this is sick. I have never seen this before. Imagine the masters of strongly opposing magics all gathered within a single tower. They may hate each other to oblivion, but they finally learn to respect that every affinity must seep through the world for it to be in equilibrium. The wizard's throne is the ultimate guarantor of the circle of Dojai's balance, for it reminds all wizards of their own diminutive within the vast scheme of the cosmos. This must be new. Or if it's from the Empire of the Cosmos DLC. Either way, it is sick as hell. Oh, it's got this like arcane wall around it. Dudes, that's dope. What is this? Scout, army, and her. So she's coming down from sort of the northeast. I think you should travel across here and try to build another outpost, though for sure she's going to build one there. That's also a gold wonder. Oh, Eduardo is down here. Are you an underground faction? No. Cult of Death. Apex Predator's Vision of Ruin. Oh, see. His capital is just down here. So Eduardo is in the bottom left corner of the map. Belsarius is underground here on the left center of the map. Nykareth is probably top center. I don't know who's down here. I am looking currently at a tri-post this way. It would make the most sense for me to hunt Eduardo. Belsarius is kind of neutral with me. I really got to fix his flag. Or just reinstall that mod. Artisan Merchant. What are these other guys? Imperial Warlord. Likes empires that trade grievances, that don't break treaties. Likes large domains and few alliances. And you are fanatic isolationists. Likes empire. Everybody likes empires that trade grievances. I think if there's anything I should be doing, it's trading grievances this game. Right, I'm just thinking like I can absorb Helden as an empire. I doubt I can get up there, but maybe I try it. All right. Let's move you guys down, and then we'll fight this obelisk. And see what we can get out of it. So many map gen editions. Map gets drunk sometimes. Going back to the VODs to enjoy the theory crafty. See you later, folks. For ammo, take it easy. There's a lot less theory crafting in this one, though. Wizard's Tower from Conquest of EO. It does kind of look like it. Yeah, you're right. So you're a charger now, which is sort of fun. Poison magical darts. They're all skirmishers, right? Oh, you know what? You're going to stay there because I want you to get the shield wall. So these guys are going around the side. Yeah, I'm gonna regret going in there with that poison one for sure. These guys are the biggest threat. 9 defense, 5 resistance. So if I focus the Astral Wisp on them, that's, I think, sort of the best thing I could do there. For some reason I did more damage to that one. Ooh. Let's see if I move there. Yeah, I could have the defender move there. So let's charge him, get rid of his retaliation. And you're going to have to hit the guy in the middle if you want to keep your flanks open. I really don't get a lot of combat casting points right now, so... Ooh, man, this poison damage is dirt nasty. So this is 2 armies we've fought now that do a lot of poison damage. And that are primarily made out of trees. Just for the record. Wow, you did terrible there. Let's command you. Can't do much anything. I guess we'll heal them at least. Oof. Yeah, I'm pretty worried about my commander right now. Of course, these guys like all have slip away as well. Nice. Okay. I was like, I don't think I can just focus on that Entwined Protector. I think I'll die if we keep doing that. Send you there, you there. What I'm going to do is send you there. You can only attack them. You can only attack them. Let's give you that flank, and then you can charge strike them. We'll do a heal on that group. Should have attacked with that defender first, but that's okay. If I lose the militia, I'm not going to cry about it. The defenders are more valuable. That's rough. Should have done those range strikes first. Is he going to get a heal on that next turn? Oh, he only gets one. Okay. The poison is just eating us alive here. So nasty, man. I don't love it. Take your kill shots. We'll take that flank. This, I thought, was going to be much less of a damaging fight, to put it lightly. Go for this level 2 guy. Okay. You're constricted. You can finish them off. Ooh, buddy. What a gong show that was. Heavy armor greaves can only move 3 hexes in combat. Well, I guess let's give you them to them. I am a bit worried he is going to take advantage of this and try to strike me while I'm weakened. Because the computer loves to do that. That is like their MO. I do want that forester. But I also want that farm. I'm going to take that farm first. You're going to build a vendor. Sorry, you don't need to start building that yet. You're going to build a defender because we're going to start needing troops. And then we're in the void, losing research for 3 turns. Restart? Are you kidding me? No, not a chance. Losing a couple guys early on ain't worth the restart. Hardly. He's building a city there? Wow. Okay. Belsarius is going really hard against us. God damn, dude. See, there's another ghost here that I kind of want to grab. Layer of silk. You're going to go for this tower. All right, who do you have over here? You got a bunch of blood cultists, death guard, death stalkers, a lesser tide spirit. There's an eternal end down there. Back from the past, all hail Jack Wonders. First theme song I could think of is just a gigolo. Celestine Dion. Wow. She is also forward settling on the Shardspire Ridge. This outpost has to get destroyed before it gets to be a problem. I don't suppose I saw where that ghost went, did I? She could call militia. That would fill her role. Okay, you become a city next turn. You've opened your borders. Eduardo gives us a grievance. Eduardo is evil. This grievance cannot be traded. Grievances cannot be traded. For him. This is looking like a lot of ugly fights. You've had a change of heart. Do you want to be a prospector? Or something else? Artisan equipment. 10% damage, HP, defense. Well, army leader. All other units have that. That's actually really good. Crusader. All units get faithful and zeal. You're kind of like a demon, though. Or an undead. I'm okay with her being a prospector. Okay, we built a surf quarters over here. Do I need money for anything else right now? You're building. You're building. So, yeah, we could go Town Hall level 2. We got that defender coming in. Some production there, I guess I missed. Did I get this tower? So we'll start going south here with you to this tower. Oh, okay. Eduardo also has a city being built there. And he's already made that a city. And there's a city ruins here. Right on the edge of the map, though. It's not really a good spot. All right, you've leveled up. I think if that's the case, I will take experienced leader for you. Jack has returned home. We've been rivaled by Eduardo. Yeah, I think we better figure out how to get the gang together here. Because this is going to start getting ugly really fast. She built an outpost there. You built an outpost there. This is going to be a tight map, dudes. I might be able to choke out Belsarius here. It depends on how much he puts into this place right away. Want an out-of-context clips of Agent just saying, I'm just a gigolo, but Twitch bugged out? I can't just give it to you that easy. Your province has been captured. He's also built an outpost here. God damn, he is going aggressive. Let's grab lieutenants now that we're making a tier 2 city. We're going to cash bread for war, because it does seem like we might be bred for war. You're going to go that way. How much would that give me? 15 food, 3 turns. Kinda need the money right now. Are we close on any of these? Well, yeah, actually. In one turn, we'll have tier 1 of everything available to us. Now, using them is a different story. So production buildings could be cheaper. Cheaper terraformings. Draft quarries. Rewards from pickups. Clearing ancient wonders. Conduits, grant production and food. That'd be really good around that wonder to the northwest. Mana structures are cheaper. String infestation gives stabilities. Newly founded cities gain +1 population. That would give us an extra pop on this outpost. That's actually worth it because we'd spend that Imperium anyway, just putting pop into there. You rivaled me. Interesting. Eduardo's out in the open there. Though I don't think we're in a position to take him. We'll take that back, though. I'm also going to move this portal. Let's put it right there. It's a tropical realm. Tropical swamp and forest features are common. Arctic desert are rare. Well, there are a lot of desert around. We have met Guild Mistress Honey Amberhide of the Gilded Noxians. A competitive merchant. You've got a derelict workshop. I don't think he's going to be able to defend this city. That derelict workshop is going to attack it. It's already infested. So I think he's actually going to get cleared out. You can start picking up even better troops now. Let's give you a bannerman to start. And God, I'm not really sure what to do with you right now. All of these fights are going to be too much for you. Oh, Eminem. Champion of the Swiss Rats. So she is an order-focused character. Abort. So you own underground there as well. You seem to have a lot of cities. Jack is leveled up. I was going to give you endurance training. This is weird. It's so bizarre that I take these skills before everything else. I don't know what signature skill to give you yet, because we've got our whole Cosmos shenanigans going. So I do think I am going to take +1 population there. A friendship was declared with us and Celestine Dion, who is directly to our north and most likely to fight against Belsarius. She is an angel, designed to be just pure angels. You built a nearby outpost. Could I sell you that grievance? I could. You know what? You said you're friends with me. I'll be friends with you. That's a good use of our money. Now, I can also put that money towards a work camp down here. And this brigand camp is attacking us. Okay, well, that gives us something to do. I should say, that gives us something to prioritize. How dare they rival Jack? Don't they know this is his age? Don't they know he is Jack of Wonders fame? 695 in that invasion. My god. The air starts to sizzle with arcane energy as mediocrity enters your throne room. Your magecraft is awe-inspiring, oh everyman Jack Wonders, she says with a respectful voice. As your humble servant, I seek to emulate just a fraction of your power. You are a Godir, capable of racing wizard's towers that pierce the sky. I am but a simple mage. Yet I dream of a channeling tower where sorcery can be practiced by the initiates of the arcane to the glory of our everyman. One location chosen, channeling tower. One conduit built. Will you construct a conduit she needs to harness her channeling tower? Your ambitions flatter me. Channeling tower is what? The upgraded shrine? What is channeling tower? Well, why don't we march up here? Helden will be a little upset about it, but this gets us our channeling tower. You've empowered me, my everyman. She speaks with confidence, her eyes flashing with blue light. The astral flows, they surge through my body, and the mana runs through my vein. I must unleash its creative potential while the vision of the channeling tower is strong within me, Jack Wonders. Please. You unlock a channeling tower, one-time free construction in one of your cities. Mana per adjacent conduit counts as a conduit. Oh, well, that's exactly what I need up here for this guy. House Hotfield of Lord of Mediocrity. Cool. Edit house. Oh. Well, this would be House Ocrity, right? Do we have city names? Notheim? As in not home? Now, my goal here is to shut you out immediately. And I do wonder, do I declare a justified war against you first? He's going to get a bunch of grievances for me doing this. But I don't really think there's a lot of choice. Yeah, because I also want a conduit there. That's a conduit. Yeah, we'll see. Definitely I needed to do that, though. There's no question. You made a vendor. Yeah, let's build a shrine. The mana would be good. You're waiting on militia, which is going to take a turn or two. You're going to try to get to that tower. Unfortunately, you're waiting on troops as well, because I don't have much in the way of juice right now. That derelict workshop is attacking me? That doesn't make sense. They must be attacking Dalmaster. Or, like, this city of Blinsk. Midland, generic hero guy? Ooh, that's a very good one. That's a very, very good one. I do feel like maybe your sigil, considering you are my necromancer. So why don't we look at a shadow affinity? Mediocrity. And give you, like, bones. She also likes magic, right? She wanted a conduit going. So we're on an unlockable emblem here. That's bones. There's ancients. The Pantheon. There should be a necromancer one here. I guess that's the necromancer symbol. Okay. Severe depression. Oh, my scout. Uh-oh. Okay, he fled. So I guess I am being attacked there. It looked like something got burned down here. Oh, the brigand camp is attacking Helden, yeah. Outpost. There is a city ruins here. Do you want to know what that is? Oh boy, your draft is not good, hey? No, I would say your draft is quite bad, in fact. Shazbot. You're not a big enough city to fight over there. Alright, I'm going to grab that farm. Helden's going to be upset about it, but it's not like anyone else is stealing them. Fortunately, you just have to sit there, Jack. We can finally cast Bread for War. So all units will gain 10 HP and 10 morale. Oh, and we get a little bit chunkier. And then I'm going to call militia on House Ocrity. Do I need them to stay here? I guess is my next question. Because if I go up to Nottheim, could at least fight some stuff. I don't think that Derelict Workshop's going to fight me, so I'm going to move this army back up. We have room for another hero. We can hire from Helden. We have Gren the Steady, Philippa the Mage, and Hester the Wanderer. She's a specialist governor and a duelist and a ranger. I like that vibe. We could go with her as well. Like, Fortifying Governor is good. Shepherd is like, we could turn that out. But the fact that she is Philippa the Mage is kind of fun. Now, we are going to get another book. So I feel like we're about to get a second signature skill. See if we can't work that together at the same time. Oh, I do have to build this channeling tower within 19 turns. Noted. I have been denounced by Belsarius. Now, if I summon you from Notheim, you will be Notheim Militia. That's excellent. That's what I was hoping for. Some good rainbow clover and stuff around. There's a lot of good rainbow clover, silver tongue, haste berries. Like, I am seeing a lot of magic materials on the map. Okay. So we have access to everything right now. Let's take a think. Because now we get to go into the fun part of this multi-building. Multi-building. Yeah, you need that blacksmith just to get some draft. But then again, as aristocrats, kind of everybody needs those. I am still butts on the cash. I'm also pretty butts on a lot of things. You're at unrest. All right, let's build a tavern. You have met High Corruptor Ratchek the Disturbing of the Children of Urath. That's a fun one. Dismantle this. And we're gonna keep going down the road. Another portal there. Is this... We have all the portals we wanted? Would like to get a third portal for that outpost, but you have a work camp. So we have rainbow clover, a blossom with an underground passage that has his outpost underground. I mean, you're gonna become a city. So I tell you what, I'm gonna block that first. So that if he wants to get to that outpost, he has to trespass, and that's going to generate grievances for us. Okay, so what have we encountered a lot of on the map? Currently, we've been fighting a lot of like poison-based trees. We have access to the Shard Spire, which gets us Litharine units, which is really fun. And we will be able to get that in Notheim fairly easily. He says, though I definitely have to move up here and start grabbing this territory before she does. Or, you know, we destroy Nikano, which I'm probably going to want to do anyway. Like, if we're being honest, we're going to have to go to war with Belsarius here. We've got some cool sand stuff happening. So, like, the sand books could be nice. Starting off, it's like, what do I really see? Tome of Pyromancy, there's an argument to be made for this, because we do have our Helden, our vassal state, is a, like, fire-based guy. It's also, we fought a lot of plants, so suddenly having fire would make sense. I don't know that anything like the Horde makes a lot of sense, or Blood Cultists. Alchemy, you could kind of say, because there is a lot of magic materials on the map, but I feel like that's a bit of a push. Discipline, I'm not so sure. Rock, this would push us towards having these like elementals, you know. Defense, mountain camouflage, mountain walk. Obsidian weapons for bleeding, stone skin, and rock blast. Some central quarries. We don't have a lot of quarries right now. You know, we could say we've encountered a lot of entwined thralls, so therefore we become entwined thralls. But I'm not sure that really tracks so much for me. You know, like they're doing blight damage, they're doing poison damage. What is that Infinity Stone Kaleidoscope in the magic paths? No, that's just because we're totally rainbow right now. So we have everything we get. Hard to get more generic than Fire Guy. Went with Abjuration. Double Elemental Tomes, better for this campaign. Yeah, varies, you know. Like if we go 1 point into something, we can go 1 point into something else. You know, if we get 2 points and everything, it's like we unlock. We can already take tier 3 tomes of anything. Like we're not bound by leveling up in certain ways, so we get to play a bit freer. The Tome of Evolution, there is an argument to be made here. One, we get a lot of HP. We also get Draconic Vitality, which is a sick evolution. Wyverns do fire damage. Unfortunately, our units don't evolve, they upgrade. So they are different than that. I don't think going Tome of Fire. So far, I'm looking at like Tome of Fire. I feel like that's making the most sense. There is certainly also an argument for Tome of Necromancy. We did do some necromantic stuff, but I feel like that's, we have a necromantic hero, not that we are necessarily necromancers. We've also made friends with the angel. So we could go with like some order stuff to max with her. I am tempted to say pyromancy. And then maybe some like sand and maybe like I'm seeing us as going like a burning sands type feudal empire. Fitting a little necromancy in there also feels like fitting. It's very, very... I don't know, like classic Arabian mythology, almost like jinns. Because that would also give us some materium later on to play with. Right? Like if we did that and then for tier 2 tomes, we could take like sand stalkers. Because there is all this sand around the map, so there's reason for taking that for sure. It does let us start moving towards like elementals. Ooh, I kind of like this. I kind of like this idea of like becoming like fiery sandy jinns. It's a little bit order. It's like chaos, materium, and order. Certainly pyromancy makes the most sense given what we fought so far.
Fire is sacred. It is the beginning and the end.
No.
It is passion and destruction.
No.
It is life and
Do we
death.
go for an early pyromancer?
Harness the essence of the flame. Watch it bring your enemies to smoldering ruin. Behold the beauty in the ashes.
Because
As the inferno burns the land,
as feudal,
so does it give soil.
we have
vitality,
bannermen
bringing life from destruction.
and we have archers. They
Wherever
don't
it
get to upgrade
spreads.
into longbowmen. Our defenders get to upgrade into liegemen. Our knights get to upgrade into knights. But we don't really have a mage in here. We don't really have any sort of tier 2. And with these archers not upgrading, honestly, pyromancer is probably the right idea. I am pretty tempted to lock in Searing Blades, but we're early enough on that I don't know that we need to. I'm gonna grab some pyromancer. Gins, next down should therefore be the gin and tonic. This does also mean I can pick your signature skill, which we could go materium, we could go chaos, still as stone, remove status effects, searing strikes, inspiring killer. Let's go initiate a chaos. Let's go searing strikes. So we're gonna give him a flaming sword. And you know what? He actually has this radiant lance, so that does sort of fit his vibe as well. Can only move 3 hexes in combat. But currently you're on a horse. How does that work if you're on a horse? It overrides it. I didn't know you could do that. So he is becoming like a flaming knight. Sort of a Jinn Knight. There is an army of 700-point Marauder Guards. A bunch of Mystic Dwarves riding pigs and spiders. Oh, buddy. That is... Omega problem. You definitely need to call militia, if that's the case. If you like Jinn, you should read the Diva Bad trilogy. I don't know it. Is this argument a little voice in your head? If so, you should be concerned. 6 of 3 affinities without Empire of the Cosmos for your first Home of the Cosmos run. That's totally fair. It's loose Cosmos, you know? I wanted to take it as the option, as sort of a neutral path that would allow us to grow any way that we so chose. Oh, cool. I didn't notice this before, but Bred for War has actually given us these scars on our face. As like an effect. Now, I should also be able to ask these guys to leave these haste berries. Should be nice, because that would give us plus 20 draft in this city, which is a lot right now. Almost doubles our draft if we can get that. Alright, you're going to bind that. Unsurprising. Ooh, a fractured infestation here. Where was that? Okay, so I'm gonna... I see there's a tower down here. I'm gonna make my way to this tower and then over to that. You're gonna come in here and collect these units. That puts you at 483. 5, 6, 7, 800 points. Well, okay. So if we combine them together, I think we could take that out. Let's grab a lieutenant. Don't care about that large monster then. And then I guess 2 militia is probably what else he's going to end up using for now. Until he can get a pyromancer in here. Gin and tonic, new cloak and dagger superheroes. All right. Well, I feel like we have taken our first shift into figuring out what we are. I tell you what else we haven't done, though, is he has to get a new piece, right? He's got to get something that says he's going to be like a Jinn. We could give him this hat. It is the Empire of the Cosmos hat, but it's maybe too much. It feels like it's too much right now. A cape? Something wispy, maybe? It's got pyromancy, right? That's way too much. That does fit his vibe a little bit. It's got the spikes mixed with like the Bred for War effect. I think like basically all the fur is out of the question. We could go with these gems. We kind of have to change his pose if we want this. Give him a mustache? I don't think he's earned the mustache yet. The mustache has to come with age. I don't hate the gems. It's just that they clip into his armor so much. I kind of like this one for him. Can he not look so pissed off at life? No, unfortunately he does have to be a little bit pissed off at life. I think we're going to go with some spiky pauldrons for him. And he's going to change his stance. He's got this proud look. He's got a little bit of a wispy cape. We can also edit his colors as time goes on, which is fun. What a hellish realm. It's a pretty hellish realm so far. But that's half the joy. Okay. The red gem feels Ginny. It does, right? Like, I was thinking that. I just don't feel like it. I guess if I do the shoulder one, it's not as bad. All right. Because he's not necessarily evil. So. How is Rally working with the house system of aristocracy? Do they join a house? I don't know. We won't know until we get a free SETI. Or annex an ancient wonder. So we'll have to find out. But we'll have to find out in the next episode. Because that's all the time we have for this one. So come back, join us, and see how Jack wonders and his journey continues. Until next time.